1, 2, lift. The podcast!
Hey guys, so we are actually on TikTok Live and we're doing this for our Spotify, Apple Music. It's me, Cass.
And Luke, lift.
So basically we wanted to talk about, relocating to Spain. We're going to keep this one short, guys, because there's a lot to say about our process. And 5 years later, coming on 5 years later, we finally have our permanent residency, which was so freaking hard.
I mean, let's be honest, hard. Everything's been hard.
Everything.
Nothing is cut and dried. Nothing is straightforward. Nothing is home
International.
flipping international.
They made that freaking show look so easy. Actually, the easy part was selling all our stuff in Canada.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's bullshit. Don't believe it. But if you have a dream, and you're willing to follow it all the way through, you can make it here.
You can make it to us right now. Look at our backyard, guys. We now live right on the Mediterranean. We have a place right on the beach. But
it is great, the 320 days a year that it doesn't rain here. But if, like this year, it rains, call it 80 days, our sieve of a house is wet and mold.
Don't tell them this. They're never going to relocate.
Oh, well, now we know.
That's why he's not Spain with Luke and I'm Spain with Kath.
Yeah, because my Instagram would show all of the things, not just the pretty stuff.
You know what, guys? It started from day one. We moved here without actually seeing the area. Totally put a leap in faith into a rental that cost way too much money for our first year.
And we paid the whole year
up front. Don't ask me why, because now that I'm in real estate, that is not the way.
Plus 2 months security, plus 1 month for the agent.
Not okay.
What? Anywho.
So, moved to a place unseen based on, it was during COVID and we watched YouTube every day.
The guy with the GoPro on his head who just walked, or the exciting days he rode his bike around the Costa del Sol, and we really just watched that for hours. What's wrong with us?
No, but he was good. Like, I actually liked it. Like, he just carried his little GoPro camera and we go he just walking down the beach walkways. They call them paseos here, and I was like, cool. I was like, pause.
He didn't say a thing, and there wasn't even background music. I don't know what.
We would have our wine at the end of the day, some popcorn, and seriously watch every second, and sometimes twice over.
The summary is it didn't make a lot of sense, and that's why everybody thought we were.
And we were, but the funny thing is now there are more Americans, Canadians finding out about the Costa del Sol. We are in the south of Spain. We only help relocating real estate property, the entire process on the Costa del Sol. However, we will be expanding at some point. I do have contacts in the rest of Spain, but primarily we are the Costa del Sol because it's the darn best.
It's the best, and that's why we're
so
here.
well,
And why we know.
Thank you to the guy with the GoPro.
Yeah.
Because we got married in Barcelona, and that's about the only place we had been in Spain. We eloped a few years before. We were only there for 7 days, and that's up the coast. But because the guy in the GoPro,
we sold everything. In fact, we closed our house before we were.
I wonder if he's still on the YouTube, babe.
So, you know what? I hope so.
But we should message him.
The OG.
Between Google Maps, studying the street view.
Yeah, but not the topography. Don't get fooled. 2 kilometers. Daisy?
That's okay. Here, hold on.
You got it.
It's a little windy tonight.
A little 2-kilometer walk from our villa down to the store seemed like no big deal, except for it was straight downhill to the store, and that means thus straight uphill on the way back with your double stroller with 2 babies and everything else stuffed in the back of it uphill home.
Guys, you know what? We really pictured this area. We really pictured our life to be very, walkable. We pictured Europe. We can walk to everything. It's sunny all year round. There's no snow. So why wouldn't we, run, bike, But you guys, this is mountainous, by the way.
There's a reason that we recommend somebody who's got boots on the ground to help you with your decisions, because we didn't have that. There wasn't really much available. And thusly, we picked a house that was straight up a mountain.
Yeah. But you know what, guys? That's what really got me into this job, actually, is that I said this in another podcast, but literally, I wish that I had myself and Luke to help me with the process. Someone who just is truthful, well, just can give you the information. And this has taken 5 years now to get the right people, you know, the right information, the right professionals. So yeah, and I'm very passionate about helping people come over here if you're as crazy as us.
Yeah, for example, if we had boots on the ground, perhaps somebody would have told us, hey guys, the plumbing in this villa, you know, there's a little sign on the toilets in your house that says don't flush the toilet paper. We had 2 babies. We were coming from Canada. This seemed like an...
I think when you have signs on bathrooms that say do not flush paper into the toilet, I think of like women's products, like tampons, pads, you know, diapers, because, you know, of course, but we did not ever think it was toilet paper. And I know we were very cautious. We would buy, you know, the thin ones. We were cautious about double flushing, triple flushing. But you know what? In the end, it was not us. It was the sewage system.
Yeah, well, when the basement was flooded with sewage, like
suitcases, all of our things that were in storage,
ankle deep, plus actually a lot of their furniture, because we used some of ours. So that felt like a little bit of karma. But when it flooded, we were nervous. But then, thankfully, it was roots from all of the massive plants that had crushed the pipe, and it was not our fault, thank goodness. However,
it just, you know what, guys, there was always a challenge in every single month, every single minute, you know, and our heads were not on straight for the first year, really. But in that, also, where am I going with this? I think we're giving you a lot of information at once.
You know, that's the fun part. So the best example of that is, so we move here, 2 adults with 2 small babies and a dog.
1 and 2.
We did not consider the possibility of renting a vehicle. We had arranged airport transport and sort of just figured we'd buy a car. Seriously, you can't just do that in a day. You have to, there's a process. So over the 2.5 weeks it took us to buy a car, we ran that stroller everywhere. That's all we did was run. And that was cool.
Sweet.
I think we lost.
Well, you guys, but there's more to it. I think
Our heads just weren't on.
when we got here, we were so overwhelmed. I mean, like, literally we sold our lives, our home that we had renovated to perfection, our dream house, our dream cars that we just got, you know, like literally our dream jobs, you know, a clinic that you owned. We just, you know, it was just a life that we really worked hard for and finally got it, and then decided, you know what, we have it all now. And we were just looking for more quality of life, and this was through COVID, right? So we just really got to think about life and got to think about what we really wanted for our lives, and more simplicity and just outdoor way of living. So again, when we came over here, and we didn't have anything, we had luggage, our babies, a stroller, our dog, and it was a lot, you know. I was used to the certain formula, the milk, the certain diapers, you know, they were babies, 1 and 2, and it was just like our heads were not on our bodies for the first 2 months. And here we are, like we said, 2.5 kilometers from the beach, and we mapped out where the grocery store was. So we decided, you know, we were fit at this time. We would just run or walk. You know, it was only 1 kilometer maybe 2 kilometers to this grocery store. For us, that's not a big deal. We get to, like, going to the grocery store, guys, it's just so different. It was really a big shock, you know, everything's different. It's just because it was a lot. And it was August. August is the most hottest, humid month in Spain, and we are up the hill, deadly hot, running these boys back and forth in a double stroller to the grocery store, getting jugs of milk, water.
Big things of water. 'Cause
We only could fit like 2 beers. And
the stroller was so back heavy, we're running uphill, and I'm lifting up on the back of the stroller to keep it from tipping backwards. It was a lot.
And it was wild. And why didn't we think all the money we spent on relocating there, the house, all like it was a lot more than what we anticipated. Why didn't we rent a freaking car?
It never,
Like, why?
literally never crossed our minds. That shows you how disorienting the process was. That's why I like that story, because there's no explanation for why we didn't consider that. But I'll tell you what, when I got home with our car after 3 weeks,
I thought you were going to get murdered, by the way. Luke finally found a spot for this car, and we have no clue where we are. And he takes this Uber, and he's like, the Uber's taking you in the mountains. He's messaging me. We just don't know anywhere. And he's like, I think I'm going to a car dealer. But anyways, he got the car. He came home, and
It was like we'd won the Super Bowl. It was a selly. We just lost our marbles.
we drove to the mall every single day, like the shopping center, because it was air conditioning.
So true too. I think we just drove for the next several months straight, exploring, and
Everywhere.
the freedom that gave us to really start to live inside this dream that we had imagined for so long. I think it was really the turning point.
That car put on so many kilometers. We really did use that first year. We came on a retirement visa, and what a blessing it was. We got to explore the entire Costa del Sol, inland, everywhere. We drove that car with our boys absolutely everywhere, music blasting, windows open, exploring playgrounds, exploring tapas bars beside playgrounds. That was the blessing of that year without work. And yes, there was challenge after challenge after challenge, but man, the beauty and the experience we got to have together as a family, we can never replace.
No, the balance of the good, the bad, and the middle ground, and the challenges and the growth that came from all of it in the end. Neither one of us, I can speak for you because I know the answer, would take any of it back today. But we had a dream, and we were forced to commit at every step to that dream. We didn't get a pass. We got tested, and I think that is the way for the people that we've helped come over, particularly from the US and Canada, because things are quite different in terms of the way things work here.
And the northern, like Sweden, you know.
Yeah, Spain has its unique way. No pasa nada, mañana. And I think that we see a different level of test based on the people and what their expectations are. But what we've seen is that the people who do not truly have a dream in their hearts, they cannot follow through.
I think like working in this job and the amount of people we've met through the boys' school, Luke has been treating so many cool people through chiropractic and professional athletes. Like, we have a full story on so much, but we've seen people come and go. We've seen people come here and they are, determined to move here, but when they see it, they feel it. It's tough. It's much different. It really, truly is much, much different. But in the end, it has shaped us. We have grown, and like, honestly, I can never picture not having the way life works here. And I'm just so proud of us. But Luke and I, you guys, one thing about us, and like, we've said this, but when Luke and I are both equally into a vision, into anything, you guys, like, it could be any decision, when we are both passionate about it, it is go time. Like, everyone gets scared. Like, my mom and dad knows, even if it's about, like, we're getting, like, this is what we want, a dog, like, we're getting a cat. it will happen.
It will
like
happen.
the next day. So one thing I love about us is we can pull an idea out of thin air and we do it. We do it and we do it. And we're not afraid to admit
We consider it.
it's hard.
There's a process. We do consider. It's not like we're willy-nilly with these things, but once we decide, we decide all the way.
We are smart about things. We take our time with it, but we're going.
One thing that's been amazing too is all of the people that we've met through the relocation work that you do.
Yes.
Boy, the people who do commit,
They're the best.
the families, the people who have come that have committed to that dream. Gosh, we have met some inspiring
You guys-
souls. Oh,
we both always thought, like, when we moved here, we thought we have to be the only people who did this. You know, we didn't even realize what the Costa del Sol was all about, and the amount of diverse cultures, people from all over the world who did it too. And every single person has blown us away with their stories. And frig, like, it is so beautiful to see that. The like-minded people and even cooler stories.
it is a common thread when you meet other, international people who've chosen the Costa del Sol as a new home. We have far more in common than different, and regardless of background, country of origin, job, family status, you can find a common thread in there. That common thread is the dream and the belief that you can follow it through, and that has been incredibly inspiring.
So good.
And I think that there is a very diverse range of people that this place suits, Cass, because we're not talking about people like us. We've got people from all age groups, all socioeconomic backgrounds, who have chosen the Costa del Sol.
Wild.
And I don't know, I continue to be inspired by them all the time, which is one of the reasons why we absolutely love working in this relocation arena, right?
Yeah, and with both of, we've dabbled in some, interesting things on entrepreneurship stuff, and yes, the people that we've met. But what's so cool, guys? When you're in your home country, your home place, it's really tough to meet new people. You stick with the people you know. You stick with, your kids' soccer moms, dads. Here, because of this like-minded, because people have left their homes, their support systems, even if they're just here for a year or 6 months at a time, the like-minded mentality and heart, that dream planted in their hearts, makes you so open and interested to meet people. So it is just so lovely to constantly meet new people everywhere we go, because everyone's open and you're you right now, and it's so beautiful, and everyone's stories is different, and their backgrounds and their jobs and like stuff we didn't even knew existed.
I can't tell you how many times I've said, hold on.
You do what? I swear.
No, that was a job. I'm 40-something years old. I did not know you could make money
Like,
doing
why didn't anyone tell me? Why didn't anyone tell
that.
us?
Sheltered Canadian.
I know. And it's just been the growth that, like, we are not the same people in the slightest. Even the way we talk, I don't know. It's when we go out for dinner with a group of friends, there's always someone new there, like someone invited. We can count, like, if there's 10 people, let's say, at a dinner table, there's always at least 7 to 8 different nationalities, and everyone is connected in this beautiful way. It's just so freaking cool.
Yeah, it's been incredibly inspiring, and I think we both hope it inspires you. Let me ask you this question, Cass. Have you truly, though, met anybody as crazy as we were?
No.
No, I have not either.
I will admit that. People are like, you did what?
Yeah.
So we've hit some, guys, big challenges, and I can't wait to get to those. And the other thing about this podcast and helping people relocate, find their dream property, I'm as honest, Luke is as honest as possible, because there are challenges, and now we know there are things to look out for, things that you need to know, and that's what our passion is, because I'm so passionate about bringing people here, because our life, how we've changed for the better and how we will keep changing. But man, I wish I knew some certain things to avoid and do better.
That's it. We don't need people to make the same mistakes we did. You can make your own fresh ones yourself.
Yeah, and tell us about it. But we wanted to do this just to introduce our story, and like, truly guys, it was a gong show. It was not easy. We've hit some really big lows in every way, and now that we are getting out of it, and we are out of it, we reflect, and man, it's this country, it's this location, it's the people, it's our children. They're in Spanish school. We have like 5 animals now. It's those moments that truly, things we would have never done, that have held our smiles, have gave us joy. Like, nothing compares to the pros, the benefits of this quality of life.
We wouldn't change it for the world.
Well, so check your sewage pumps and make sure they don't have trees.
The plumbing, the electrical, gotta check them. They're probably bad.
Smell it. Flush your toilet.
You gotta flush the toilet on a
when you're viewing, flush it. Check the smell.
Oh my goodness, Cass. There's so much more to tell.
There's so much, and we're gonna do that. I think this was just a good to tell you what I actually do
later.
for my profession.
Yeah.
I am working in real estate and relocation, and I'm passionate about it. And I've worked with people from literally, it feels like every different country. So I see you guys. I'm here to help.
Not a better set of hands, eyes, ears you could have.
And Luke has worked with people his entire life. We did real estate in Canada. He's a doctor. We've had clients our entire life. He knows this place the same, and he's into it now too. And it's just so freaking exciting.
Got a team here to help you out.
Shiloh, come say hi. This is our adopted dog, Shiloh.
Hello, Shiloh.
Anyways, all the love, guys.
Yeah.
And thank you for hanging in. We're going to try to do more of these videos.
And if you've got the dream, if you got the itch, reach out.
That's it.
Okay, ciao
All
for
the
now.
love. Adios.